to my channel. My name is Shar, LPN nurse, as you guys already know. So I just wanted to do another video because, of course, I'm an agency nurse. And so one thing that has been bothering me these past couple days is the hate train when it comes to agency nurses. Okay, that is nothing new. However, I just been like hearing and seeing it a lot more lately, or maybe I'm just more sensitive to it lately. But let's just talk about it. Okay, so I went to a different facility recently, and it's a facility I've been going to off and on for years. The way I do my agency nursing is I'll go somewhere, I'll pick up a couple shifts there for like 2 weeks, maybe a month, and then I disappear for a couple months, go to another facility that I've been to before. So it's like, even though it's agency, these are places I've been to before, but I definitely go in, do what I need to do, then I take my months of a break and go somewhere else. So that's how I do my agency. So I've been to this facility before, but I haven't been there for a while. So when I got there, I'm looking at the schedule. I'm like, oh, dang, like, it's not too many. Like, I'm looking like who's there, and it's a lot of regular staff, which is fine, you know. But sometimes, you know, when you are agency nurse and you used to working with other agency nurses, you're looking like, okay, oh, okay. Like, thinking you're going to be working with some of your people, but it is what it is. So, later on in the shift, I'm sitting down, I'm doing my charting. It's like a group of some of the workers that's there, and they're just talking, I guess, about an upcoming meeting that they have. And so they're saying, yeah, we called the meeting because how agency get back in the building. They called the meeting because they want to know how agency got back in the building. So I'm up here just charting my business. A lot of times I try not to speak on stuff, because when I speak on stuff, I speak on stuff. So I'm listening to them talk, and they're like, yeah, you know, we're with a union now, and the union rep said that they're not supposed to have agency in the building. And now I'm seeing more and more agencies starting to come back to our building. So then I'm like, okay, so I don't know if you want me to say something, or if you just saying this because y'all legit want to have this conversation amongst yourself before your meeting that you have. But okay, now I gotta turn around and say something, because you say agency one more time, and I'm the agency nurse is there. Yeah, let me go ahead and speak on it. So I turned around and I asked the lady, I'm like, okay, so what's the issue? Oh, we're union now, and they raised our pay rates and told us that they're not going to have agency in the building, and they're going to make sure that they take care of the staff better, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but I fail to see what the issue is. Is your issue with agency, or is it with your manager? Because you keep saying agency. So long story short, I guess apparently they were complaining that the regular staff there wasn't getting enough hours. So they all like kind of went to a union and became unionized. And so now they're saying recently that they're going to reduce agency coming into the building and just going to have their regular staff pick up hours. So that's, I guess, what happened. But apparently agency back in the building. And back in the building. So I asked her, I said, well, what is the issue? Because if you guys unionize, you got your pay rates increased, so why is agency back in the building then? Well, yeah, that's what we're having a meeting about, because we're trying to figure it out. Look, let me tell you something. It's not hard to figure out. If agency is in the building, it's for a reason. Okay, we don't just pop up in the building because we just want to be in the building. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't work that way. There are some places that don't have any agency in the building. But sweetheart, if you've been having agency in your building for years, it's for a reason. You know, management, pay rates, what they raise their pay rate, but just saying in general, management usually is a big reason why people, you know, or facilities can't maintain staff. The pay rates be too low in facilities, and I know agency is big now, but just let's be real, the agency rates are starting to dwindle down some. And sometimes you can make the same. Sometimes you can make the same amount as a staff nurse as you can with agency. At least where I'm at. I'm in the Midwest. And you can make like a similar rate. So sometimes pay rate is the reason, but it's never just because we as agency demand it to be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in y'all building clearly because there's an issue or 7. But also agency can't pick up shifts that's not available. So if you're mad that you're losing hours because of agency, they got kicked out the building, then you need to look, number one, at yourself, but then also number 2, look at your coworkers and figure that part out, because you ain't losing hours over agency. Agency is in the building for a reason, and it's not an agency issue. But they just be getting me with that. Like, everything is agency. Like, girl, what you are? You a 0.6. Why? You a 0.6. What you worry about? If you need some more hours, sweetheart, just say it. Go to your scheduler. Go to your HR. Do what you need to do to get your hours. But don't sit up here and make it seem like it's an agency issue when really it's your facility issue. Okay? I.e. management. I.e. your coworkers. I.e. you, poo. Okay? So that's just one of the things that just kind of irritates me, like the negativity that people throw towards agency. And in that same facility, again, it was a different day, but I'm doing my thing where I'm picking up a couple shifts in the same facility. One of the ladies was like, "Oh man, look at this car. It's just a mess. It's just a mess, right?" And I looked at her. I said, are you regular staff? I know she was. "Are you regular staff?" She said, "Yeah, I'm regular staff." So I said, well, what's the issue then? If the car messed up, I kind of feel like that's you, ain't it? She said, I don't be caring, y'all. Look, if y'all gonna talk it, I will talk it. You know, I'll be rude with it, but come on, like, you know. But I'm like, well, that's all you did. If you regular staff and you were about car. Well, I've been off for 2 days and I come back and this car is just a mess. I'm just so sick and tired of them just having these agency nurses in here doing whatever they want to do. Yeah, everything is agency. Everything is agency fault. Like, everything is agency fault, y'all. It's so crazy. Your car is messed up because of agency. Your union or your facility ain't acting right because of everything is agency. So I said to her, I said, I asked her, are you the regular nurse that's on that card though? Because it's not a big facility. And I know sometimes people move people around even if they're regular staff. And she's like, no, I'm regular staff for this car. I just been off for 2 days. And I know they've been having agency in here now. An agency just come in and they just do whatever. They don't reorder medication. They don't do this. They don't do that. Sweetheart. Sweetheart. When we get to that portion of the card that's blue, and you have, 8 days to refill that medication, and you only been off for 2 days, if that medication not in there because your agency, the math ain't mathing. Like, if they not refilling medication, but you only been off for 2 days, who ain't refilling medication? You get what I'm saying? Like, I said agency, because I know some agency nurses that ain't nothing. Let's just be real. But what I'm saying is you can't blame everything on agency. Like, facilities have issues, which is why agency comes. We come to help. We are not the enemies. We ain't there to take y'all job. Clearly, we don't want it. We just there to pick up some shifts, help out. Hey, you know, take care of the people, make sure everybody alive and well. But we not there to take y'all job. Agency is not the enemy, okay? Whether you are agency or regular staff, a good nurse is a good nurse, a bad nurse is a bad nurse. You know, plenty of places I go to, which is normal, it ain't me being special, but plenty of places I go to, people are, oh, I wish you working. Why don't you apply here? See, you a good nurse. You a good nurse. No, I'm agency. Right? I one of the bad people. I'm the enemy, right? But yeah, y'all. So it's like, if you a good nurse, you're a good nurse. If you're a bad nurse, you're a bad nurse. It has nothing to do with you being regular. It has nothing to do with you being agency, because me as an agency nurse, yes, I'm just there to help, but I'm still a nurse at heart. So when I come in there, whatever medication you're supposed to receive, you're going to receive. Whatever is low, I'm going to, refill on what, even if it's over-the-counter medication. I'm going to find your essential supply. I'm going to restock. I'm going to do everything I need to do to make sure, that number one, not just my shift is good, but these residents going to be good. So even as an agency nurse, if there's a narcotic I see that's running low, if it's like, 5 left, I call the pharmacy, hey, what's going on with this refill? Oh, we need a new script. Okay, I'm calling the doctor. I know how to multitask. Call the doctor, get a new script, getting it sent over. And I'm the agency nurse. I'm the help. These are things that I do. And no, I'm not rare. I'm just a nurse, okay? So everything ain't just agency. All agency nurses are not bad nurses. I have doctors' phone numbers. Like, I literally will have Dr. So-and-so and have the facility name next to it in my phone, because I take care of my people as an agency nurse. So I reach out to the doctors, I update families, things like that. I know one time one of the people had a fall, and then one of the family, one of the people, okay, let me take a step back. One of the residents had a fall, and of course, part of the fall protocol anywhere is for you to update emergency contact, POA, whoever is that person, right? A representative. So one of the patients had a fall, and so then it was on PM shift. I called the family like 10 o'clock at night, just update them. Hey, so-and-so is fine, but this is what occurred. Just letting you know, they're going to do neuro checks, going to keep a close eye on, all that good stuff. So the family member silent on the phone, and I'm like, hello? She's like, yeah. She's like, I'm just trying to figure out why you were calling. I said, well, I just have to, you're on here as the POA, so I have to let you know that this person had a fall. So anytime there's, a fall, an instant injury, anything like that, we have to let you guys know. And she said, yeah, but don't nobody ever let me know nothing. So I just, I was surprised that you called. I'm like, whoa. This is a facility that got regular staff too, but agency nurse call it. Okay. So again, not all agency nurses are bad nurses. Like I said, we're there to help. We're not the enemy. We are not the enemy. We're not there to take y'all jobs. We come in and they're like, agency. But two more agency coming in, even as a CNA. Oh, these agency CNAs, they do this, they do that. But then let's keep it 100. Agency or not, if the work ain't getting done, the work ain't getting done. If I come in and it's a resident who have a daily wound change, and you have regular full-time nurses, and when I come, the manager comes to me, hey, this hasn't been changed in 2 days. Can we please make sure we get done today? But you got regular staff. So how is it not getting done? How is agency the issue when your regular staff don't do things as well? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just been bothering me, y'all. I'm so tired of people making agency the enemy, when really, if you're a bad person, you're a bad person. If you're a bad nurse, you're a bad nurse. If you're a bad CNA, you're a bad CNA. It has nothing to do with your status. As far as whether you're agency or regular, it's been getting on my nerves, y'all. Stop hating. Stop hating. That's all it really is. Y'all just really hate the agency is in y'all building. And I get it. No, I don't get it. But just saying, everybody have a right to complain, blah, blah, blah. But, y'all, we just there to help. We legit just there to help. We ain't nobody trying to take y'all job. We not. We really not. What else did I want to talk about on there? But, I mean, I go to facilities where you can tell agency is the least of their worries, or should be the least of their worries, okay? I go to facilities I'll not lie to give you an example. I went to this one place, and This man got plenty of medication. You know how you had some patient that get like 3 pills, you got some to get 30. This man get like 30 pills. So I got all the man medication. And you know that's hard to do with people that get like so many medications, especially when you're in long-term care. It's like, dang, something bound to be missing. This particular day, no lie, vitamin C, 500 milligrams. So I'm looking through the cart, can't find it. But I'm one of them people again, or one of those nurses again, like I want to make sure you get everything, even if it's vitamin C, because if you prescribe it for a reason, right? So I go to the other nurse, hey, you got some vitamin C on your cart? No, I don't have no vitamin C. This OTC, y'all. When you're taking other people's medications, OTC. No, I don't have any. So then I go to the med room. No vitamin C. I go downstairs, ask 2 other nurses. This vitamin C, y'all, that I'm hunting for. But just bear with me, okay? It's a story. So 4 units in the whole building. Nobody has vitamin C. Not 250 milligrams, not 500, because I could have put them 250 together to make 500. So I'm like, okay, now I'm finna go listen to supply. I looked in the med rooms. I talked to all the nurses. Nobody had his vitamin C. So I go down to the basement, check central supply, no vitamin C, right? So I'm like, okay, Lord, okay. Let me go and just let this man know. I'm thinking I'm doing a good thing, right? So I go get this man all his medication. You got your Percocet, you got your whatever, heart medication. You have everything in there. But still, me being me, this is just me as a nurse, okay? I'm a little extra. Hey, sir, you know, hi, my name is so I'm a nurse here. Got your medication. Got to check your vitals. So as I'm checking his vitals, I'm like, oh, yeah, and just to let you know, I have all your medication. The only thing I am missing is vitamin C, 500 milligrams. I checked for it, but apparently you guys are out of it right now, but I have everything else for you. Do y'all know this man? This man was upset at me, y'all. He was so upset at me. He like, well, why don't you have the vitamin C? Sir, it's not in the medication cart. I checked around. You guys don't have it in the building. So, that's something that, management will have to go to get, tomorrow. But just right now, that's the one pill that I don't have for you. Just letting you know. Well, I'm supposed to get it 2 times a day. So that must mean the day shift nurse didn't give it to me. And because now you saying that it's not in the card and blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking like, yo, it's like 5 in the evening. And you worried about this vitamin C that you probably, let's be real. You probably ain't been getting it for a while now. But because I'm the nurse that try to be a good nurse. I told him about the vitamin C that was missing or whatever and blah, blah, blah. So this man was like, no, because I know it's in the cart. Did you check the 3rd drawer? I had to bring this man out to my bed cart, y'all. Like, he was serious about that vitamin C. But really what I think it was is just, sometimes it's just a control thing. But I had to bring the man out to my cart. And again, like, I pulled the drawer open now. The drawer didn't have any like cards in it. It was like OTC meds, lidocaine patches, things like that. So it's not like I was violating HIPAA in any way, opening up that drawer. So I showed him, I said, look, here's some over the counter. I'm like going through the meds with this man over the vitamin C at like 5 in the afternoon, y'all. Yeah, it surprised me in a good so that's just me a little ranting about a little situation, but that's again me example of saying when you a nurse, whether you are agency or regular staff. You know what I'm saying? Clear that vitamin C been out. If you got regular staff there, nobody said nothing, nobody got it. Not saying it's their responsibility to get it. Just saying, if there is issues other than agency being in y'all building, other issues. One time, no lie, I'm not lying to y'all. I was in another facility, no Lancets. No Lancets in the whole building, like no Lancets. So how are y'all checking blood sugars? How are you giving insulin? How do you know how much insulin to give if you didn't check the blood sugar? Okay, and this is on like the evening of a weekday. So while y'all worried about agency being in y'all building, y'all have so many other issues. okay? Maybe you can't keep staff, and that's why agency in the building. Maybe you can't keep staff because you're not giving them the tools that they need to do their job. You're not giving them the tools that they need to make sure these people are taken care of, and you're risking people licenses. So people don't want to work there, and that's probably one reason, snowball effect, of why agency is in the building. So, yeah. I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all, do a little rant, because I'm tired of people making agency the enemy when it's not agency the enemy. The enemy in healthcare is people working in healthcare that don't care. Remember that. All right.